All right, ready?
Where do I start?
All good.
Always ready?
Always ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Film Hustlers.
Is that hard for you to say right
I always
now? 'Cause
forget.
Well, you've just been gone for so long. You left Davey, Dave, and I to run the show. You
I
just
know.
abandoned us, right,
How
Davey?
was the show last week?
I think it was our highest rated show, David. Dave and I
We
fucking
haven't.
killed
It's,
it.
not, it's not on yet.
We didn't
What
wanna,
do you mean it's not on
We didn't
yet?
want to tell you, but by the time this one goes up,
You know, you're off making movies, Roberts. Davey, Dave, and I are here, you know, doing what we're supposed to be doing.
yeah, that's right. We're grinding.
Grinding away.
I want to say that it's the holiday season, and every year we make some Christmas movies out here, right? Tootie, Dave, myself,
Well, not out here.
out here in Hollywood. No, you're right. Actually, in Buffalo. We made the film in Buffalo, but we premiered the film this week, and it showed at the Spielberg Theater. It was beautiful. What did you think of it? Oh, you didn't go. What did you think of the Spielberg? What did you think
I
of
had
the
to work, Robert. Someone's have to work around here.
Yeah, he had to pick up a part-time shift at Starbucks. Spielberg Theater was really nice. The Commons area right here in the Universal campus.
Yeah.
Top notch.
It was amazing. When I walked into Universal yesterday and walked into the Spielberg Theater, you walk into the theater and you got to go over like this bridge, and then you turn a corner and there's this hallway with like blue lights leading to the theater, and then you get to the theater and the theater is unbelievable. It's like brand new, 260 seats. And it was like an experience, like just getting into the theater was like this amazing experience. They have all the Academy Awards out there. They have pictures of Jaws. It was really impressive.
I've been in there. I just didn't go for the premiere. And then there's a bar. Did you guys go to the bar across the
No, but we had a bar. We had our own bar. We had our own food. We had our own bar. Yeah, they did it up. It was impressive.
Yeah, signature drinks. Hors
Signature
d'oeuvres.
drinks?
Yeah, don't worry about
Casa
it.
Mexico?
Not
No,
Casa
no,
Mexico,
no,
but there was a
crazy.
tequila drink and there was a vodka drink. It was a mule. But anyway, so this film that we did, it comes out Thanksgiving on PureFlix. It's called The Christmas Spark. It's got a firefighter theme. There's romance. There's faith. There's family.
There's a guy who saves a dog.
Yeah.
There's a guy who saves a dog. Dave has a part in the movie.
Real handsome guy.
Real
Very
Hey,
handsome.
I'm not gay, but hey.
Hey, but that was
saying.
that was a real part too. That was a real part. But we do have one of the stars of the movie here today with us, and his name is Guy Nardulli. Welcome, Guy.
Hey!
One of the stars of the movie.
Yeah,
Nice,
that's
nice.
right.
I like it. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Well, we appreciate you being here in record time.
Yeah, that was our quickest booking ever.
Hey, man, teleporting. Like I said, man, I move quick.
I was all, should we get Guy? He's at the hotel right across the street.
We said
did.
yes,
There
and
we go.
then you were here 5 minutes later.
Yeah, hustled right over.
But it's exciting to have you. You've done an enormous amount of work. I remember when we were casting the movie and they showed us your reel, and we were like, "Oh man, if we can get this guy's awesome," because you've been in like all the cop shows. I don't know if you've done. Did you do Chicago?
I haven't done any of the Chicago shows yet. I'm
No.
still waiting for Mr. Wolf to give me a call.
But wait a minute. So wait a minute. But you live in Chicago.
I just moved to Chicago. It's been a year this month.
Oh, okay. So you're going to end up getting all those shows.
I better get on.
Yeah,
those
for
shows.
sure.
Or at least one of them, because once I'm on, I'm locked in.
There we go.
But I can't get killed on the show. I gotta make it. I gotta make it a role that's gonna, keep me.
But you're working all the time. Look, and just to give you a history of this show, Film Hustlers is all about sort of inspiring new filmmakers and actors and stuff like that. We've had a lot of very successful filmmakers on the show, but the whole idea is to give people like an idea of your road to success. Sometimes it looks complicated, sometimes it's easier, but at the end of the day, we all have to struggle and hustle to get everything you get.
Yeah.
What was the beginning stages for you? How did you get involved in acting?
Oh wow, yeah. I never wanted to be an actor. This wasn't even a thought in my mind. I got into acting 21 years ago, kind of late in my life. I was 29. I played pro football. Got my degree. I got a degree out of Elmhurst. I was trying to get into law school. Got accepted to law school, and I chased a football dream. Played in Italy with the Bolzano Giants. Came back, bounced around, from practice squad to practice squad, anywhere from Arizona, Chicago, Iowa. I was everywhere. Got done with football, opened up a restaurant. I was slinging pizzas for quite some time.
Hustler.
And I was hustling, man. There was no joke about it. Got involved with the little group called the Chippendales.
Okay, all right.
So I did that. That's what kind of got me into the entertainment world.
That's entertainment, all right.
It was definitely entertaining. Went down to Jamaica, did a calendar, and the woman that was down there, Jill DiCello, was like, you don't belong in the restaurant world and doing all this. She's like, you need to be out in Hollywood. I laughed at her. I'm like, what am I going to go do in Hollywood? I'm going to be an actor? Yeah. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I don't know anybody. She's like, well, I know somebody. You got to go meet him. I'm like, okay. I flew out to L.A. I met with Mark Teschner, casting director of General Hospital. And lo and behold, I was on the show. And then I went from, Young and the Restless. And, I mean, it was a grind. There's no joke. I mean, it was a grind. But when I first got on the show, I'm like, oh, this is struggling actor. This is easy. I'm like, are you kidding? And then I got knocked off the show, and I'm like, oh, this is what they mean by the grind. But it's been good. It's been a good 21 years. But you were saying like the road to success is paved with bricks of failure.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's, I think, anyone who's been in this business long enough is going to be successful in their own right. And it's whatever your definition of success is. Mine is being able to work and do what I love to do every day.
When you got the idea to become an actor, had you been trained at that point, or?
No, not at all. I got out here. Fortunately, I had friends that were in the business who led me down a path. Going with like John Kirby was one of my first acting coaches. Mark Tillman and Larry Moss, Howard Fine. I'm dropping names here, so I fell in love with it almost immediately. When I got in the class, I was like, and maybe it was the athletic background, practice, going to the gym type of stuff. And it was the same mentality. Acting class became my gym and it became my workout. And I just really wanted to get perfect at it. And, my whole life, I strive for perfection, knowing that there's no such thing as being perfect. But if you strive for it, you'll never fail to getting to it. That makes sense?
Yeah, totally.
You just keep fighting for it. And that's what I did. And I got in acting class, studied with different coaches. I learned as much as I could from every different coach, every different method that there was. Like, I don't have a particular method in the craft. There might be times where I want to, live in the clothes of the character that I'm playing. And then there might be times where I'll just use my imagination. But it's a constant learning thing. Like, I'm constantly learning.
So when you auditioned for General Hospital, that was like one of the first things you got, right?
Yeah, and I had no idea what I was doing. He handed me a piece of paper with words on there. And like, I'm looking at this thing. They're called sides now, the script and the sides. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, oh, we're just going to read this together. I'm like, okay. And I just read. He's like, you're going to read this part. And I'm like, all right. And so I read for the part was Pete. And I'm reading. And he's reading back with me and put the paper down. And he's like, that was great. It was great. He's like, really, really nice job. Really nice. All right. I was like, cool. Whatever that means. It was great. I left, and then I got a call maybe a day or two later asking if I wanted to be part of the show.
Wow. So
Nice.
Did you do callbacks at all, or was
No,
it just...
this was like almost immediately.
Wow.
After
that don't happen, right?
Oh, no, I know. It's like the insanity of it is what makes it great in that sense. But it also was what made me humble.
Yeah.
On it, because it was something that I got, right? And then when I lost it, when you get knocked off a show, I realized they had to actually put work into this. And that's where I went into my work mentality.
Yeah.
The hustler mentality. And from there, 21 years later, thank God I'm still working, but like, I'm hustling and, you're making my own projects and working on that. And
I mean, it was really fun to have you on the Christmas Spark, which, by the way, premieres on Thanksgiving on PureFlix, and then the next night, the 28th of November, on Great American Family, which you can find on YouTube and Hulu and DirecTV. Yeah, so it could be everywhere. Watch Dave and Guy on that. But it's interesting. A lot of people have come through General Hospital and all these soap operas, right? And it's a great learning place, because you have to be off book pretty much.
Oh yeah,
right away.
It was a college education. Like, it was an education on its own.
How many pages would you get that you would have to know by the next day?
20.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And sometimes it's day of.
Oh really? They've been rewriting all night.
Rewrite. You get pink pages, blue pages. You show up in your dressing room. Like, the day I knew I was going to die, I was like, son of a. And I'm like, all right, maybe I'll come back. And then when I died on set, when they actually filmed it, And I knew it was over when they put the tarp over me. I'm like, oh man, I'm not coming back. I'm like, I can't even come back as my twin brother now, man. They just covered my face. This is terrible.
Oh man.
So,
and then what happened after that? You already bit by the bug.
I was bit by the bug,
and that was good money, right? I mean, you were making.
I was making good money.
Nice
money.
money.
It wasn't, mind blowing money where everyone thinks so.
But satisfying, right? You're paying. Your bills.
I was paying my bills. I didn't have to have a side hustle.
Good.
I was living the dream. Yeah. When I got knocked off the show, I had to find a side hustle because I didn't work for a good period of time.
Yeah.
And I auditioned, and I was told no 1,000,001 times. And, too tall, too short, too Italian looking. Not Italian enough. That one shocked me. I was like, you're not Italian enough. What? All right.
I know exactly. What is that
But yeah, that was a lesson in its own to be on that show. And you're right, a lot of greats came out of there. I mean, Baldwin, Demi Moore.
They all went through there. It's an amazing
and
learning
sometimes
ground.
they revisit. You remember James Franco? He'd already won a Golden Globe. He went and did a soap opera.
That's right.
Yeah.
You remember that?
He went back. But here, my buddy, Patrick Muldoon, made his whole career was at Days. He was on Days of Our Lives, and loved it. Then he left and jumped into the movies. But if he got offered to go back, I'm sure he'd go back. It's a job,
Yeah.
It's a job, but it's a steady paycheck, and you're acting.
So you came off of General Hospital. So at what point did you know you're now paying your bills and taking care of your life through acting?
Well, truth be told, on that one took about 15 years.
Yeah.
The GH moment was great. It was the springboard that hooked me. Otherwise, I hustled. I bartended. I managed restaurants. I did everything that you could do to keep the side hustle going. It wasn't until Tulsa King just put me on a different trajectory.
If you stick with it, you will succeed.
Oh, absolutely.
You will.
It's perseverance, 110%.
No question, yeah. Hey, the harder you work, the luckier you get.
That's the truth, though. It's the truth.
Yeah. We talk about this a lot, too, is that, you have to have little windfalls in this business to get you through the tough times. You have a little money in the bank, then things slow down, then they pick up again. You just need that wave to come in more often than not. And it does. The harder you work, I think, the more often that wave's going to come in. But there's lots of great examples of success in this business. But at the end of the day, it's always the hustle, man. There was a time when you could be overexposed in this business, and that doesn't exist anymore either. Is that crazy?
Kind of, sort of.
Moves too fast.
No, you can still be overexposed.
Can you?
Sort of.
Name somebody who's overexposed.
I think, the social media influencers.
Well, that's different.
But they could get overexposed.
Yeah.
Because they're not making any money.
Well, but they start off.
Yeah, they do.
They start off making a grip.
Yeah.
God, you have 1 million followers, and you got all these advertisers just throwing money at you. And then after a while, it's like, hey man, I'm tired of seeing Billy from Oklahoma dancing on a tree branch, selling whatever product he's selling.
I think you nailed it. I think in social media you can get overexposed. Yeah.
But in the industry, like I don't think the hustling actor is getting overexposed anymore because the medium got really big for us.
Yeah. Microdramas.
I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah. Roberts doesn't either. He's not a.
It's not that I'm not a fan.
God bless him for creating. I love creators. Like that's great, but don't sell it like you're putting out Gone with the Wind. All right, it's the same storyline over and over again. Yeah. The multimillionaire hides his money, falls in love. No one believes that it's him, and then he shows up. God,
I saw that one. That's my favorite one.
The scary thing about the verts is that this is what we're dealing with society. The attention span. No one's sitting around anymore watching the 2.5 hour movie anymore.
That's true.
Everyone's on their phones, and they got like these little 15-minute quibbits. And they're like, oh, I want to watch this. I think Quibi actually was the first one that was going to do it years ago, and it just fell on its face.
Well, the pandemic hit.
Right, but that's it. People are on their phones all the time, and they're watching. That's their entertainment. So, but the old formula back in the day was, well, let's get a Brad Pitt, let's get a Dwayne Johnson in the movie, and it'll sell. Well, we just saw what happened with was it Smashing Machine? I think it is with Dwayne. Great actor in the movie. He did great. I loved it. I thought the movie was great. I thought he was going to get nominated for an Oscar because it's just.
I mean, he
might
still might.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, but the movie bombed.
But the audience didn't show up.
The audience didn't show up. The numbers aren't there.
But would you agree with the idea that if a movie is great, if it's great, and I mean great, if it's a great movie,
people are going to watch it.
People are going to watch it.
100%.
Yeah. So I think that's my argument about the Dwayne Johnson thing.
100%.
Is I don't doubt that he's great. I don't doubt that he's a huge star. I don't doubt that he should get $20 million a movie. But if the movie isn't great, no matter what a reviewer says, if it's not great and people don't leave saying like, you got to see this movie that Dwayne Johnson's in, then no one's going to watch it.
But won't it be more about the studios? Because they put in, I don't know what the budget was, 100 million, 150 million for that. So they didn't make anything close to that, right?
No.
So you're right. Great movie. It goes to stream. People wait till it's come on streaming.
Till it comes on
right?
streaming.
We all wait, like, we'll wait. Okay, then it's a hit there. But those numbers
Don't translate.
aren't going to transfer to dollars. No. So his fee for his next movie, is it going to be the same? Even though it'll become successful in the streaming platform. Like, I guarantee you that movie, Christie, with the other girl, what's her name? Sydney Sweeney, flopped too. 4 out of 5 films have flopped.
Oh, the big 3 that came out this year flopped.
Yeah.
Within this summer.
4 out of 5 that she's done. 4 out of 5 were theatrical release. 1 was streaming. And 4 out of 5 flopped. You know what I mean? But I heard they're good movies. They just people aren't turning out. The numbers aren't there. Like the money's.
But then how do you justify the salaries?
That's what I'm saying. Like
but
on
then
streamers,
no one's going back.
Yeah, on streamers, they're all going to have success. We're all going to watch Smashing Machine. We're all going to probably say it was an awesome movie. He might get nominated because of it, and he might even win. But is he going to be able to get
$20 million for the next movie that he does?
It's probably more than 20. But yeah, would he?
But I don't know.
Yeah.
But
How
that's
long? How
long can that last?
How long are we going to do it that way?
Because I'm going through this right now with our movie with Dirty Hands. Like, we're getting a 5-city release, and the whole reason behind it isn't to try to, because I mean, it's myself, Patrick Muldoon, Denise Richards, Michael Beach, Kevin Nardulli. I mean, are we working actors? Yeah. Are we star names that are going to draw, sell out theaters? I don't want to knock me by saying this, but probably not, right? Mm-hmm. But the whole purpose behind that is so that the streamers see that, oh, you guys had a theatrical release. So the distributor who's pushing it is going to be like, yeah, no, we had a 5-city release. This is what we did. We did this in Chicago or whatever cities they're going to go into. So then your SVODs and your DVODs are going to jump all over that, like your Hulus and your Amazon Primes and your Netflixes. All of a sudden they grab it and they put them in the prime positions because it had theatrical release. That, I think, is the formula for the theatrical release. I don't think they're looking to make, unless it's an Avengers, like a Marvel's movie where they have to make their $300 billion because they just spent so much on that, and they'll keep it in the theaters for a long time. Yeah. What they're doing now is you'll see a movie go into the theaters, go streaming, and then they re-release it into the theater. Because people, I think people still want to get out.
See, I could see Smashing Machine doing something like that. Because I think
getting nominated and then coming back.
Coming back. Because if it's a great movie, which I have never seen it, but I heard it's a great movie, his performance is great. I could see it getting released. People going, I'm going to wait till it comes on streaming. Comes on streaming, people watch and they go, you know what? I want to see this on the big. I'm going to go rewatch this in a theater now. And then it gets another release, and maybe it has success there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. They did it like recently with The Godfather. It's The Godfather, not because I'm Italian, and I think, but The Godfather was one of the greatest movies ever made, hands down, right? Today, if it came out today, right, would it still be considered the greatest movie out there if it came out at this point? Because no one goes to the theater anymore to see it. Right? So if that movie just came out today, I don't know if it has its grand success that it did back in the 70s where people were going out to seeing it. But since it went into the streaming world and everybody was watching it and everyone's like, oh, the younger generation seeing it, they re-released it for their anniversary at the theater and they sold out. Right? Because it was seen in the streaming world. It was seen on the cable networks and all this stuff. And they were like, I want to see what this looks like in the theater. Yeah. And I think that's the move. And I think you're right. Smashing Machine's going to have a flip success to it once it gets, the noms come out and they show it on the streamers and they turn around and re-release it. And I think it'll have a bigger hit. I mean, like The Breakfast Club did the same thing.
They did well.
And it smashed.
Jaws re-released.
Yeah, and it smashed.
The Breakfast Club, really came back.
16 Candles is coming back. Like they're Jaws is coming back in theaters.
Oh, wow.
I mean, those re-releases are doing well because they have like that market. But look, not to get totally sidetracked with the show, but if you think about where we were 10 years ago, streaming wasn't global. Now it's global. So if you made The Godfather for streaming, let's say Netflix made it, they might put it in a theatrical release only to get nominated, but at the end of the day, the game is global now, right? When you released The Godfather back in the 70s, you had like it's national, right? You're talking about a national audience that's all going to the theater because that's where you're watching stuff. But now you have to be global. So whether or not an Italian mobster movie, the thing is, it's a great movie, so it probably would translate. But now it's a global play. So if you're going to be successful, you have to be number one in 80 countries, 90 countries, 100 countries.
Have to hit everything.
Yeah. So it's hard because I think now the film that you look for a filmmaker to come in with something that's going to kill in India, kill in China, kill in Japan, kill in Italy. It's necessary for your idea to be broad enough. And these 30-year-old executives are deciding what is being made. So it's just a different world,
right.
you know? So I don't know.
You just got to find, and this goes into producing and working the hustle, right? You're making films, so you got to pick the right ones to make. And you got to pick the right genre and know what translates.
Yeah.
You got to know what translates in Asia, in Germany, in Sudan.
Yeah.
I think family feel-good movies, Christmas movies, and such translate.
They're forever.
Horror movies translate,
Yeah, these are
but
forever.
Like dramas don't translate.
Right.
Like what we would consider, an emotional movie here, somebody back in London and be like, well, those bloody wankers, they don't know what that is.
That's crazy. No, but you think, like, let's reverse that now. So now you've got Netflix picking up Korean television shows and movies, which are great movies that now we're wanting to watch. So now we're picking up the remote and watching Squid Games. Mm-hmm. Amazing show, right? Amazing TV. I watched this first year and I was like, this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So it's just a different market. I think filmmakers of all types have to figure out, how do you turn the head of a worldwide audience, not just a national audience, or not just the people that you think are going to like what you do. Like you got to go a little bit bigger, I think, and that's the hardest part because we all have to adapt to that. Let me ask you this, because this is important. We've talked about your acting, but you're producing. Are you directing? Are you writing?
Producing, writing a little bit. I've written a couple things. The writing's not easy.
It's super hard.
Writing's not easy, and I don't come from this world. Even though I've been in it for 21 years, I bow my head to writers.
Yeah, totally.
Like it's a talent that I could say I wrote something, but I'm not a writer.
Yeah,
but producing. I could pat myself on the back on this. With the Rehoboth Film Festival in Delaware, I just won the Best Producer Award for that.
Oh wow!
So
Congratulations!
I'm kind of stoked about that one.
And this is the movie you were talking about.
Dirty Hands, yeah.
And where can people see this movie, or is
not yet? First quarter of 26, it'll come out.
Is it still doing festivals?
We did the Big Apple. We might do one more because we already signed with Saban.
Okay. Good. Cool. Big company.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we already signed with Saban. The festivals would be gratuitous for us to do, just be for us to go in and we're not trying to sell it anymore. We already sold it.
Well,
so
congratulations.
We're excited about it. Really, really excited about it. And producing was a hat that I wanted to throw on because I'm constantly learning. Like you saw me on set with, I was always on set. Like I don't like sitting in my trailer. I hate it. It's lonely. And I want to get on and I want to learn. I want to learn what the grips are doing. I want to learn what an AD does. I want to learn what how the makeup artist works. I just want to learn.
Yeah.
And I want to learn what a producer does. And watching you work on set, and it was huge. Like you guys were just moving and putting out fires, making things happen. Understanding what needs to get done for not just now, but moving forward. And that's what I did with Dirty Hands. And we did it for a very low budget. I got lucky because I shot it in Chicago. Being from Chicago, I shot in my hometown, so I got a lot of favors.
Yeah. And you produced and starred.
Produced and starred in,
That's cool.
And got a lot of favors. I went and it's talking. It's like I said earlier, it's being nice to people.
Yeah.
And you can get a lot further with honey than you can with vinegar. And
you really can.
Shaking hands and telling people this is what I'm doing. This is what I have to offer, and to turn around and be like, well, Guy, what do you want to do? Go ahead. Like the mayor of Howard Heights, where I grew up, this a little town in Chicago. She's like, "What do you want?" She's like, You went, yeah, sure.
You're permitted.
She's like,
you're permitted.
I was just thinking
100%. She's like, you're
permitted.
permitted. She's like, whatever you do, just don't burn my city down.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Just don't burn my city down. I'm like, great. So I'm ripping up and down major streets, with car rigs and flying up and down the street,
Making it
without
happen.
shutting the street down. With police escort here and there, because my dad was a cop in Howard Heights. Here's a funny story. So we had a Grand National, and we were ripping. The street was empty, so we were just ripping. I wanted to get a fast shot, so I got the car rig on, and I got my second AC in the car, and I'm like, because I was driving the Grand National, and I'm like, hey man, I'm like, how secure is this rig? I'm like, you rigged it, so you got to tell me how secure this thing is. He's like, 90. He's like, but I wouldn't do 90. I'm like, great. I know exactly what I'm doing. So I'm ripping, doing 60, just flying down the street. Cherries come up, and getting pulled over.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, man, damn it. I'm like, this is gonna be bad. I get out of the car. Cop sees me. He's like, God dang it, Nardulli. He's like, that's right, you're filming a movie. He's like, man. He's like, would you slow down? What are you doing? He's like, get back in there and don't be an idiot. I'm like, all right, thanks, man.
I think one of the important things about producing, and we do this all the time, I think it's important to us, is to find a town that wants you there.
Mm-hmm.
Because not every town wants you to shoot in their town. So as long as you find a town where the film commissioner is reasonable, wants you there, where the town is open to you guys shooting there, when your star is Mario Lopez or whoever it is, and they're like opening their arms to you, then that's the town you want to shoot in. But anytime you're like forcing the issue in a town, it's a bad idea. So yeah, you're right. I mean, that part of producing is doing that, and making sure that you're shooting in a place where people love you. I mean, we did a short that Tootie wrote and directed, and Dave and I produced it. It's called Beautiful Darkness. It's a beautiful movie. But we had to hustle to do that. And it's funny because when you get down to no money as a producer, you're laying in bed at 11 at night or 12 at night, and you wake up and you're like, wait, who's bringing the guns? Who's bringing wait a minute, how are we getting whatever it is, right, Dave? And then I'm
where the pigeons at?
Yeah, where the pigeons at? I'm texting these guys at like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, going like, hey, who's bringing that? Oh, can you bring that? Do we have that? Like, producing is not forgetting any of it. Right?
Yeah, it's not forgetting. Wait, do we have coffee for Christmas?
Well, unfortunately, that too.
No. It's like you're saying like the guns and all that. Yeah, that's to make the movie. Like you need that to make the movie. Then you start thinking
donuts and coffee.
Wait a minute, I got to feed the crew.
Yeah.
Did I hire the guys that feed the crew? I'm like, wait a minute, did I hire this? Did I do this? Wait, I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if I got food coming tomorrow.
Let me ask you this. In the work that you do you ever use music is it important to you to use music in your...
The movie Dirty Hands in itself, Kevin, who's my producing partner and the writer / director, had music already in mind. It was like synthwave kind of music behind it. So like it's 80s. It's like Thief and Drive. Right, yeah. So if you're really going into it, but it has that feel like every scene and every color. So music was really, really important. And we had a composer who, and this is so funny because we're just dealing with it now. As you know, like producing isn't just, from action to cut and wrap a day. It's forever. It's the deliverables. And we're dealing with the deliverables right now. And music was one of the things, and we gave our composer the rights. Like we want him to keep it, because I know what happens when distributors take a movie, they own everything that's in the movie.
Yeah.
So we worked the angle where we basically borrowed those songs to put in the movie. That's his rights. But yeah, music was a big thought.
One of the reasons I ask is because we are sponsored by a great company called ExtremeMusic.com. Incredible company. And have you heard of them?
The best.
No.
Okay. Well, ExtremeMusic.com is a platform that was started by
Russ Emanuel.
Our guy.
He also makes hot sauce.
He also makes hot sauce.
Plays a mean guitar.
And he loves tequila.
A mean guitar, loves tequila, and he spices things up. I love it. I love it.
But he started this company where it's a platform for all composers and songwriters from around the world. And Sony ended up buying that company. And now it's like this massive library of composers and music professionals.
So is it like stock music?
It's stock music.
Okay, so they still own the rights.
Yeah,
okay,
good. You're able to license it for a reasonable price.
Right.
Very reasonable.
We did our entire short with all of their music, so it felt like a score.
Did you do Spark with it too?
I used Extreme Music on Spark for a couple of cues. Like, when I can't find everything, like the composer can't do everything, right? Because sometimes they run out of time, run out of creativity, and you're like, okay, well, I need like a song to play in the back of this car, or I want a song to play in this diner, or I want, I want it to sound like there's a piano bar in the back of this restaurant. Whatever that is, Extreme Music does all of that. And the really cool thing about their system is that it's automated. So if you find a song and you really like it, but there's vocals on it, you can remove the vocal.
Oh, wow, okay.
Or you could remove the piano, or you could remove the guitar, or you could just leave the,
so
it's a stem.
It's all stems.
Yeah, it's a stem. So anyway, just wanted to mention them and say how great they are. And
that's great.
And
that's good to know for
going forward.
Extrememusic.com for all your music needs. If
That's
you're a
right.
producer in this town and director, you should be using them.
I just
Use
promo
code
I don't want
Hustler for 100% off.
100% off.
Hey,
Hey, Russ.
Wait a minute.
Good
Hold on.
deal, Russ.
That's David Morales, Davey Dave.
I just want to make sure that everyone gets their due. That's my really important to me, that whoever participates in the creative process gets credited and taken care of the right way and doesn't lose anything.
Well, composers are it's really remarkable, because of all of the people on the crew, the people I get the most emails from are composers. So there's a lot of them out there.
Oh yeah, no,
There's a lot of them out there.
When we put this out on IMDb before we started even going, oh my God! Thank God I had a different email on there, because I got inundated with emails from everything from composers, makeup artists. Like, they were all hitting me.
But it's mostly composers. And you know what's interesting about that is that you can actually ask a composer, kind of like what you're saying, you can ask a composer to temp your movie and retain all of his rights, right? So when you sell that movie and it starts showing on TV, they actually get paid.
Yeah, they get paid, and then he could turn around and take his music and
sell it to someone else. But anyway, Guy, it was amazing to have you on. Thank you for getting here.
Yeah, well, you guys are going to give me a ride back. Right?
World record. World record. But you've had a great career. Thanks for sharing, your journey with us and with everyone listening. It's important to know, that everyone's got to hustle. I don't think anyone's ever been on the show that doesn't hustle, right, David?
No.
And thank you for being, both of you, thank you for being in the Christmas Spark, which is going to be on Great American Family and Pure Flakes. You guys were amazing.
I think you guys need a spinoff.
Yeah,
the
two firefighters in.
Well, maybe we'll do a sequel. I kind of want to do a sequel to that one. It was a lot of fun.
There you go.
But he's not going to be a firefighter. That's the problem.
Chicago, no hope.
Chicago, no hope.
Anyway, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. And
Thanks.
come back and tell us about what you do next year, would you?
Yeah,
For
Tulsa
sure.
King season 4?
4.
Hopefully.
Season 4.
So that's where we can see you. Tulsa King, your movie that's coming out is called what?
Dirty Hands.
Dirty Hands.
Death on the Brandywine.
Awesome.
And then it's coming out in May. Do your homework. It's on Netflix. It's a comedy. The creator of Schitt's Creek.
Awesome.
Do your
All
homework. Figure out. I can't say it. I signed that NDA. So
look for Guy Nardulli on the
excited.
Netflix show and on Tulsa King and in his new movie. So check him out, and thanks for being here.
What about
you
your
guys.
social?
Guy Nardulli 24 is my Instagram handle.
Awesome.
And then just Guy M. Nardulli on Facebook. I'm easy to find.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, check him out, and thanks for being here. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I'm
thank
glad
you.
to be back. We'll see you next time on Film Hustlers.